ruin the rest of the batch.
Yeah.
And that's really the hardest part. And in certain instances, if you feel that some of the batch has been influenced or ruined by this one or two or a group of bad apples, per se, it's important to really remove it from the get-go. And you know, it's a very harsh way of looking at things, but in the end, it's just for the benefit and the betterment for the whole.
Yeah.
So.
And that must be really tough.
It is. It's the toughest part. It's the toughest part is letting somebody go, and we have strict regulations within the company, and if you default and if you do come into a situation where it is going to create an issue, it is important for us to remove that issue and alleviate it as soon as possible.
Now, that must also be difficult because I know in the U.S. there are a lot of laws of equal opportunity laws and things like this. So how are you able to handle those kind of issues, these human rights issues and things like this?
We take very, very strict measures. So, you know, there's always things called write-ups, evaluations and reviews, and we take the right steps and the right precautions to make sure that we're in compliance. But yes, we've done a lot of research, work very closely with our HR team and make sure that we are making the right decisions at the right times.
Now, tell me, in terms of, and I know in our first show that you've ran into or actually were elbowing next to these remarkable people and geniuses in business and things like this. So tell me about maybe different, not even people, but events because of your line of business, some kind of events that you go to that's just pretty exciting and something that you would have probably never gone in your own corporate world that you were when you first graduated from university.
Yeah, you know, it really opens up a whole new world in doing what I do because we reach a lot of different areas. Again, we do a lot of work with the entertainment business. So I've seen a lot of awards, including the Grammys and the Emmys and things that I never would have had a chance. You know, I didn't even know what to expect from a red carpet until I started this line of business and never thought that owning a tea business would somehow turn into walking the red carpet. Right?
You actually walked the red carpet?
Yeah.
In the Emmys or the Grammys?
Yeah, the International Emmy Awards.
Wow. So who are these people other people that were walking the red carpet right before you or after you?
They were all somebodies. and then you have me going on and all the photographers are going, who is this guy? Right. So
and they're always going,
yeah, exactly. So it's funny because you're walking it, they just assume you're a celebrity and you're a star, and then they come to realize that.
And the lights and cameras.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. So my first red carpet experience, I actually brought my cell phone, put it on video camera, so I was actually filming them as I was walking through the carpet. So it's fun.
That's incredible. Yeah. So tell me some of the people, maybe because you are right in New York, in Manhattan, and I know you probably had some wonderful people probably coming through, you know, your shop and drinking your teas. I'd love to hear about some of them, if at all.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say our policy is to treat everyone like a celebrity, and a celebrity doesn't get a treatment like everyone does. Everyone gets treated the same. So I don't want to necessarily say who comes into the shop. We do have a lot of celebrities that come through. A lot of celebrities are on a health diet, and you know, they definitely have a lot of reasons to drink tea because there's so many reasons, health benefits that come along with tea. So we do get a lot of visits, but you know, everyone's a celebrity at the company.
So do you treat it like a red carpet too when they come into your
all the time for everyone? Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you see yourself? Where and what do you see yourself doing in about 10 years?
You know, when I got into this business, or when I first started this, and I left the corporate rat race, I wrote myself a check, and this is something that Jim Carrey actually did, and I saw it on a TV show. He wrote a check for himself, and he said, I know I've made it when I can cash this check, and I think it was $1 million or something that he wrote himself a check for. I wrote myself a specific amount, and I have it slated for my 40th birthday.
Whoa.
So I'm not necessarily looking to retire then, but I want to be in a position where I can retire and comfortably live a life that's not really necessarily chasing a dream or chasing a goal, but hopefully I can get to that stage as I had planned on my 40th birthday, and not that far off from the birthday, so I need to work harder.
Well, let me ask you, where is your point of I am successful? Do you get to that point, or do you feel this, or is there a point for you?
You know, I actually have never considered myself to be successful because I'm continuing to chase, you know, a certain set of goals that I've set out for myself. So until I reach those goals, I think it's going to be hard for me internally, at least, to realize the level of success. It's a hard question because I think it's a very subjective one. Everyone has different set of goals and milestones that they want to achieve. I happen to have one that I'll probably be recognized on my 40th birthday, so I'll let you know then.
Okay. So, I mean, let me ask you, when people ask you, what is success? How do you answer this?
I think that really goes back to, again, it's a very subjective question, it's a subjective answer. There's different ways to measure success. You know, some people live for the merit and the namesake. Some people live for their money. Some people live for the health, right? Some people live just to live, right? So I think it's very subjective. For me, it's about taking what I've created, bringing it to a certain level of metric, whether it's global expansion, whether it's looking at every corner across every city and saying, hey, there's my product. Yeah, I think it's a lot of things, a lot of things that come together, and hopefully one day, soon, I would be able to look back on and say, I've done a good job. You know, I think at this point, I'm still in the hustle bustle mode. You know, head to the ground, just moving forward. So again, it's really hard for me to really relay to you what sex means to me.
Wow. Okay. You know, I wanted to break this. I want to ask so many things, and I know we're also on a time budget here. So here are the things. What in your, besides all this work and business, in your off time, what are your favorite things to do? You, as John Paul Lee, what are the things that you do?
I love to play basketball. I played basketball pretty much all my life, and wouldn't say I'm the greatest basketball player, but I am a very ambitious one, right? So I play a lot of basketball in my off time, get injured quite a lot. I drink a lot of tea on my time. It helps me meditate and really look back on my day. So it's really part of my daily routine. And again, I try to stay active. So I'm really an outdoor person, so I like to bike. I like to stroll through New York, identifying. But I think what it comes down to is my own time and my downtime really is almost the same as any other time.